My regular followers will be familiar with Holywood level crossing, about 3 miles north of Dumfries on the old Glasgow and South Western Main Line. I've come here this morning to catch the Midland Pullman heading north from Crewe to Kilmarnock in preparation for tomorrow's Whitby Jet charter from Ayr to Whitby. A wonderful day out if the promised fine weather materialises. This is the last traditional wheel-operated level crossing on Network Rail Scotland, but it's been allowed to fall into a deplorable condition. Timbers are rotting, broken, or even missing. The gates are no longer truly vertical, and more alarmingly, they no longer either open or close fully to engage with the safety locks designed to hold them securely in place. The crossing is situated on a long, straight stretch of track, on which trains should normally be expected to travel at 70 miles per hour. But the condition of the gates has led to the imposition of a 20 miles per hour speed restriction on southbound trains. Northbound trains don't seem to be subject to this drastic slowing at present, but one wonders for how long this will remain the case. I'd like to catch the charter here on its outward journey tomorrow morning, but it's scheduled to pass Holywood Box at 07:32, just about sunrise. So an early train to Carlisle is on the cards. See you there. Incidentally, the driver of my train to Carlisle tells me that the necessary repair work on the gates is scheduled for February 2024. Carlisle Station, 8 a.m. on Tuesday the 7th of November. Both the West Coast Main Line and the Cumbrian Coast carry a heavy traffic in school children at this time of the morning. One observer on the platform remarked on how long it takes to get a train actually on the move here in the UK as compared with continental railways. I don't have the experience to comment. Is that a champagne bottle that I see on the table at 8:30 in the morning? The Pullman left Ayr, not the main station, but the tiny Newton-on-Ayr, a mile or so to the north, and travelled via Kilmarnock and Dumfries to reach Carlisle. From here it will travel in the intensive early morning sunlight via the Tyne Valley and East Coast Main Line to Darlington, where it will take the Saltburn branch as far as Middlesbrough, before following the slow, winding, picturesque Esk Valley to the historic Yorkshire port of Whitby. Now, with many hours before the return trip, I'm off to the Cumbrian coastline. But that's another story for another day. Well, here I am at Dumfries that same evening, and if my Cumbrian coast trip had gone to plan, I'd have been arriving on this train. This is the end of the day for this particular train. The driver will reverse it off into the yard and bed it down for the night. The young man partly hidden behind the column is from Uruguay, on his first visit to Europe, coming to explore his Scottish ancestry. He has never ridden on a train before. Definitely the way to travel if you can afford it. The severe curve at Dumfries makes this visual check very difficult for the train crew, especially at night when the station is unstaffed. The end of a long day for me. The train has another hour and 3/4 to reach its final destination, and then the empty stock has to be returned to Kilmarnock to overnight. Wednesday, early afternoon. Here I am again, hoping to catch the empty Pullman on its return journey to Crewe. The southbound Glasgow to Carlisle service is again subject to the 20 miles per hour speed restriction imposed because of the state of the gates. The northbound train is due within a minute or so and should be able to run through at the regular line speed. The problem with irregular services along this line is that few of the signal boxes bother to report passing times, so assessing the progress of the train is largely guesswork. I know it left Kilmarnock 30 minutes early, so let's anticipate. How sad to see a 125 mile per hour train reduced to 20 by something which should have been remedied long ago. And now, as the empty Midland Pullman makes its way down the last 3 miles of Nithsdale to Dumfries, before turning east to follow the Solway Firth to the Anglo-Scottish border and the West Coast Main Line. Thanks for watching, and here's to the next time.